Elite Total Body Care private label hair care company. So I'm back to do a number 2 of our hair care Q&A. Let me fix my own hair while I'm trying to do Q&A and my hair look like crap. There we go. All right, let me fluff it up. That's why I like to have like my hair with volume, because I can just fluff it up and it just look like, except for over here, because over here looking a mess, but that's neither here nor there. All right, you guys. So how the hair care Q&A works. Hello, Grace. Let me still put on a little bit of chapstick. You know, I think I'm the most impromptu person on the planet when doing Q&As. No lie. Let's make ourselves look a little plushy, huh? Why not? In the meantime, you guys get your hair care questions together, which I'm not even gonna put on much of this thing. Let's just smooth out that face. Just putting on a little bit of powder. It makes your face look super dry. Ooh, that looks a mess. Let's blend that out. How can you tell if you have 4C hair? Look at the hair chart, and it shows you the curl patterns. That's really the only way you'll be able to tell. This is actually the wrong brush that I'm using too. That's why it's caking it on like that. And I got tired of looking at this burn mark over here. When I was younger, I used to watch my mom put on face powder, right? I used to be like, Mom, why are you putting all that on your face? Like, what's that doing? All right, good. So I don't be sniffling and snuffling in your ear. Listen, our lives be funny, okay? So if you guys are sitting there like, oh my gosh, why is she doing all that? Because I can. And so I don't have to keep licking my lips while I'm doing the live. Can't you tell they were chapped? All right. All right, so now, even though I'm scaring people, I'm giving myself a chance because I'm gonna get dewy in just a second. And my foundation's gonna nice and stick. All right, let's go to these questions here. Let's go. I know you guys look at me like, this girl is crazy. I am. I really, really am. Let's see. What product can I use on my hair? Ida Cook? Girl, I'm not even gonna answer you. You already know that you need to like be descriptive. Just asking a vague question is gonna get you a vague answer. I've definitely got a couple questions. It's me, Aaliyah. Okay. Just be mindful that they need to be informative but brief. Please do not put a paragraph here because I will not read paragraphs. Like, reading the paragraph alone is a lot. That means that you're trying to do a whole consultation in a Q&A. If you were once relaxed and your hair was high porosity and you stopped getting relaxers, would your porosity change? Possibly. Your new growth could be a different porosity. So possibly, absolutely. Oh, Lord, Aaliyah, you're numbering the questions. All right, let's go. Number 1, how can I correct underprocessed sections of my hair? Go to a stylist and have them evaluate what is underprocessed and then do what we call a corrective relaxer. Some stylists don't offer that. But if that stylist understands hair care, then they will. Suzanne, you're funny. Did you have a physical meeting with Grace as yet? I always have a physical meeting with her through WhatsApp. That's my physical meeting, WhatsApp. But no in person. Joan, good evening. I think my hair is weak. When brushing it, I notice hair keeps falling out. That's normal. If I was to brush my hair right now, I probably see 1 or 2 hairs here and there. I just saw a hair fall just now. That's actually normal. It's very normal. You lose 50 to 100 hairs in a day. Great to see you. Which of your products will keep my gray natural hair moisturized? Well, it depends on your porosity. That's where we need to start. Your porosity is going to tell us if your hair needs more moisture or more strength. Because here's the thing, high porosity hair needs strength, but it can appear dry. It can appear dry because it's so weak that it's not retaining anything. So it's retaining and releasing at the same time. Then low porosity hair, it's just always dry. It's a constant battle. You're constantly trying to hydrate low porosity hair. So that's what we really need to start with. What is your porosity? That's going to give us really the answers right there. Crystal, I want to go back to a relaxer. What should I use before going to a stylist? Nothing. If you're going to go back to a relaxer, you just go back to a relaxer. There's nothing you can do to prepare your hair to go back to a relaxer unless it's super damaged. And super damaged meaning you have other things going on, like your hair's falling out. That's something that I would address before I go to a relaxer. But if you're just wanting to just go back to a relaxer, there's no preparation needed. You really just need to get your hair evaluated to make sure that it's strong enough to do so. And sometimes it doesn't even have to be strong enough, because some of my clients, their hair is natural and it's so damaged that they need to be relaxed. And that's how we go back to a relaxer, because they end up getting a haircut. But I wouldn't be too concerned about trying to prepare. It's not really a preparation for a relaxer, because a relaxer is a chemical change. You could never really be prepared. Keep those questions coming. Okay, you guys. So I need everybody to close their chat and go ahead and hit that thumbs up button before we go too deep into the live. So if you haven't already hit that thumbs up button, then we're going to wait until we get to at least 75 thumbs up. There's 100 people on here, so at least 75 thumbs up before we answer any more questions, because this is a Q&A, but you guys can show support to my channel by simply hitting that thumbs up button when you walk in. It's free. It's free. Hit it. I don't even know why I put that powder on. I mean, I kind of feel like it helped me over here. So let's wait until we get to that 75 thumbs up. I'll be like, Let's see. Ooh, standard, original. Oh, that's chicken only. Not chicken only. We can get a 16-piece meal. I'm ordering food. I'm just waiting for us to get to the thumbs up anyway, because some of you guys are being a scumina. Some of you guys are being window shoppers. We don't like window shoppers. We like supporters. And support comes by thumbsing up, super chatting, and becoming a member. So we shall wait. We go wait, partner. Yeah, we're gonna wait on y'all. We're gonna wait. Some of y'all gotta stop it. We're at 76. Can you relax while pregnant? S. Houston. Absolutely, somewhat. Most physicians do not recommend doing any form of chemical services in your first trimester. I must say that I am super guilty of deviating from that, but that is my choice for my body, my baby. But if you are one who likes to listen to your physician, which you more than likely should, then, of course, at that moment, you will evaluate their thoughts of not doing anything your first trimester. And then you move on to when you get to the second trimester, you can go ahead and do your relaxer, whatever the case may be, because we all know that the first trimester is the developmental stage. Me personally, and this is just me, I did, but I'm not telling you to. I'm just telling you that I did. Just understand that part. I'm not telling you to. but I did. All right, good. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. So let's go ahead and roll back to the questions. J, aka K Kane. As a professional, you really helped change my perspective on relaxers. It's all about what is best for the client. Absolutely. I get so much hate comments, not necessarily so much hate, but just people who are not understanding. They're listening to rebut instead of listening to understand. And I'm guilty of that concept, so I understand that. But at the same time, people, like, let's be a little more understanding here. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about the client. Now, I don't have to agree with everything that the client says or does, because sometimes clients don't understand. But at the same time, I'm not going to deprive my client of something that they have made the decision to get. Now, if it doesn't make any sense, then that's a little bit different. But if it does, and it's to their benefit because I think that they need help or they're just not in the right direction, then I will do it. Yeah, I will. I definitely will. Hold on, you guys. I'm doing something and I'll go back to the questions again. Let me see now. Bahama Freeze. Lemon. Peach. It's the watermelon. Watermelon. Ain't no watermelon. What's wrong with them? Mango. No. Let's see. Cotton. Cake batter. Cake batter. Cotton candy. Hold on, you guys. I'm coming. Let me order something. Give me a second, please. I'll try that one with that. With that. Add that. All right, good. Add that. Yeah. Let me get one for the little boy. Christian prefer ice cream. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. I'm trying to get this stuff out of the way. Yeah, that's good. No. That's good. All right, let's go back. Okay, last name is Joseph. I'm going to say the CLA or Thecla. The CLA. The reason I asked my question because the stylist would relax and color my hair and my hair broke off really bad. Is it okay to do so? Well, she probably relaxed and colored your hair, but when she colored your hair, she used a permanent color or more than likely a permanent color or a lightener. Anything that has a developer, you can relax and color the same day, but there's a sequence that you're supposed to do that in. And then after that point, you can't relax again until you have more new growth. So that's something that's very common. Like if I was to go right now and relax my hair on top of me just doing this color, this potential red could be burnt off in a matter of seconds. That's why you have to be careful. Careful. Church, hey Crystal, peace and love to you. I know all relaxers ain't to do the same, but what exact relaxer would you recommend your stylist relaxer? Talk with your stylist about it. I don't have relaxer talk on lives. I don't discuss that because I don't know if you're a professional. I don't know if you're a client. But I suggest talking to your stylist about the relaxers. What's the best way to prevent split ends from happening after I've gotten a healthy trim? As if I'm prone to split ends. We all are. There's no way to stop split ends. You can mend them temporarily, which is the reason why we have our mended collection that's coming out. But split ends is something that you constantly have to control. It's like weeds in your garden. They will never stop coming. But if you control them, you can minimize how many weeds you get. So split ends are exactly the same. What's the best product for steaming? It depends on your porosity, Joan. Tamara, hi Crystal. I know this a question everyone asks. How can you grow back your edges from constant braids and sew-ins? Number one, you have to stop the braids and the sew-ins. That's a negative behavior that's causing the problem. Number two, our edge restoration and repair cream, or edge repair and restoration cream. It's specifically for a situation of that nature. It's made for the hairline. Do you still have the hair fiber product? No, we no longer carry that. Star. Hello, my YouTube member, Star. My hair is silky. I silk pressed it today, but these color treated ends, I get regular trims, but the ends are just rough. Is that what I'm dealing with until it grows out? Star, I'd say you probably need to get that evaluated by your stylist. There could be many reasons why your ends are still very frizzy. Either you should have gotten a haircut instead of a trim. You're minimally trimming. You could be trimming it yourself, which that's another problem. There could be a situation where you're just not silking it enough at the end. You're running off the hair really quickly and leaving the ends frizzy. There is a number of scenarios that this can happen. So having low porosity hair is the reason why my hair is dry. What products do I need to keep it moisturized? I'm losing more than 50 strains a day. So Prophetess, there's no number that I can tell you in regards to shedding is going to be normal for you. 50 to 100 hairs in a day is what we call normal. But there is no person on this planet that sits there and counts every strand of hair that they are losing. Let's be honest. What I would say is if you think it's excessive in regards to your shedding because you know your hair more than anyone else, then the way to help stop the shedding is to do a Repair RX protein treatment, which is our professional strength protein treatment, 2 parts. So you'll get the Repair RX protein, which is the treat, and Repair RX hydrate, which is the hydration treatment after the protein. So that is going to help with the shedding. It's not going to stop the shedding 100% because there is no way to stop shedding 100%. Naturally, the hair has to shed, just like you naturally have to shed skin, right? Outside of that, if you know that you're low porosity, then the Moist Repair is going to be your absolute best buddy. Moist Repair shampoo, Moist Repair conditioner, the Moist Me 24 karat mask, and the Moist Repair leave-in conditioner. Those products I would definitely recommend. Also, you guys keep in mind that the Easter sale is going on both of our sites, which is the hair care site and the body care site. With that being said, everything is 35% off, and the code is Easter, which I'm going to pin it right up here. Let me go find Grace's advertisement here because guess what? We're going to pin that message right there. There we go. There we go. Her messages are better than mine. She's more politically correct than I am. That's the reason why she's my buddy. All right. Thank you for your help. Your chats are super great. Thank you. I know, you guys, how you guys can show some support to my channel is by pressing that little $ down on the chat button where you're typing your words, and you can send what we call a super sticker, or you can send a super chat. Super chat is basically going to highlight your message and put you in front of everybody else and make sure that your question gets read. A super sticker is basically saying, thanks, Crystal, because you are giving us such good information and we want to support your channel. And that's all. Nothing more, nothing less. So it's kind of like TikTok where you can buy the roses and all that stuff. But YouTube doesn't do that. YouTube does super stickers and super chats. I haven't had a relaxer in years. I don't think it's too bad, but the ends stay very dry. What can I do? Sounds like you're not getting your trims on schedule. Would you recommend a certain relaxer? The one that your stylist uses. Church H. I'm not trying to be rude and sarcastic, baby, but you can ask that question in a million different ways, and you're going to get the same answer in a million different forms. Ask your stylist. What kind of relaxer do you recommend? The one that your stylist uses. What relaxer do you use? The one that I use. What relaxers do your clients typically like? The one that I tell them that I like. This is going to be the same answer. I don't have relaxer talk. I still have respect for my craft, and I still protect my craft to an extent. I will give you guys as much information as I can in regards to elite hair care, pro tips, all that good stuff. But when it comes on to chemical talk, I don't typically talk how much developer I'm using. I don't talk percentage of peroxide that I'm using or developer. I don't talk relaxers. I will talk technique, and I will talk the actual way, but I don't talk relaxers, because I'm not going to sit here and say, yes, go and get this just for me relaxer. No, 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 no. I am still a professional. I still have my career. I'm still a licensed professional, and I still have respect for my craft. Thank you for the super chat. Is this a super sticker? Thank you for the sticker. Thank you, One Flowers. Thank you for the sticker. I appreciate it. See, someone did the sticker for me. I've never really done the stickers, which I have like a YouTube rep that I talk to, and they're like, Crystal, you don't ever talk about super stickers. I've been watching your lives. You don't talk about them. You don't talk about them. That's a way to support your channel. Well, I'm a modest person, and it's like passing the collection plate 5 times in church. I just feel odd. But I'm getting more into like not being afraid to do things like that, because it's there for a reason. It's there to support your channel. All right, let's keep going. Thank you, Suzanne. I know this is a Q&A, but the protein is fire, and the 24 karat mask, my hair feels like silk. Thank you for all you do to teach us. Thank you, Out of Sight. I'm still waiting for the charcoal edge strengthener. I know the edge control is sold out right now, but we'll have some soon, you guys. Just keep watching. My hair is dried out. I want it to grow. What should I use? It depends on why it's dry, Ida. Ida, you're going to keep getting the same answer from me, you know. Thank you guys for the bless me. Ida, give me some more direction, some more detail. Oh, my hair is dry. Okay, my hair is dry, but did that describe my hair? If I just say blindly, so if I took my book and I did this, because you can't see me and I can't see you, right? So you can't see my hair, and all I said was, my hair is dry. Did I really describe any other characteristics of my hair for me to be pointed in the right direction? No, but when I take this down, my hair is dry, but it's color treated, it's relaxed, it's high porosity, it's short. It also has a high lift color in the front. These are the details that you need to give so that I can point you in the right direction. I want to go back natural. I relaxed my hair last month. What should I do? Congratulations on your new addition to your family. Misha, if you just relaxed your hair last month, you are now stuck in a relaxer for the next couple months to years until you can get back to the length of what you were before you relaxed it. There's no reversion. There's no rewind button. The moment you go into a chemical service and you want to go back to your virgin hair, that hair has to grow out. Thank you, Stacy Ann. Thank you, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see here. I'm going back. There we go. Thank you so much. I was literally waiting for you to go live so I could ask. It's cool. How to minimize or stop inflammation in the scalp. Beverly, minimize or stop inflammation, that would be a question for your dermatologist. Reason being is that's a little bit different. That's an internal situation. Now, on an external situation, there are different products that you can use that assist with helping about your inflammation, like the Soothe and Balance collection, or even our Boost that has anti-inflammatory properties. But truly, you still need to go and see your dermatologist, because they can really take it to the depths of figuring out what the inflammation is actually from, if it's a form of alopecia, if it's a startup of alopecia. There's so many different reasons why it could be inflamed. It could be from something that you're eating. It could be so many other things. So while I want to just recommend product, you still need to find out the root cause of your inflammation. Can you use a protein treatment on a child? Depending on the age of that child. Now children have 10 times the hair that we have. So there's no reason why, but it depends on the age of that child. You guys know I am a firm believer. Children under the age of 5, you should not be messing with their hair like that. Unless at 5 years old, their hair is like Pocahontas or they have a head like an afro. I wouldn't technically really be doing anything to it like that. What can I use on my daughter with high porosity 4C hair? Hair Repair and Restore, B7. You can use those 2 lines. Crystal, you are my continuing education as a professional. Thank you for your live. I don't really get a chance to attend many continuing education classes, so your channel is great. Thank you. Maleficent is Millicent is washing relaxed hair once a week too often. I usually wash at day 10. So once a week would be between 1 and 7 days. If you're doing it at day 10, you're technically right in the realm of where you should be, which is 10 to 14 days. Me personally, my hair is short. I will sometimes wash it like once a week because I have short hair and I'm always sweating and I'm always perspiring of some sort. So if you have longer length relaxed hair, 10 to 14 days is actually a good time frame. And just make sure that you're conditioning. Thank you, Beverly J. How often can I use the protein treatment? Think of it as a Band-Aid. How often do you wear a Band-Aid? Only when you have a cut or a boo-boo, right? So with the protein treatment, it's the same thing. You're going to use it as a Band-Aid on the boo-boo. If you're relaxed, you're going to do it at least 2 to 3 weeks after your relaxer. If you're natural, you can still do a maintenance system where every 6 to 8 weeks, you might do a protein just for maintenance. Just for maintenance. Other than that, you treat it like a Band-Aid on a boo-boo. You do not say, tomorrow I'm going to have a cut, so let me get a Band-Aid. That's not how we do it. It's when I have the cut, I use the Band-Aid. So when I see a lot of shedding and it's just really, really bad, and I notice that it's been over the last couple of days, let me do a protein. That's a Band-Aid on a boo-boo. I have salt and pepper hair, and my stylist wanted me to pay $55 for a hot oil treatment and get my ends clipped. I don't see anything wrong with that. You don't even want to know my prices. So $55 for a hot oil treatment, a wash, a condition, and your ends trimmed for $55? It's a steal. I would pay that in a heartbeat. That is a steal. You would be in the hundreds for me. 100 or more for me to do that. So that's love. And I don't really talk stylist prices. Their price is their price. My stylist, I keep telling her, like, are you going to raise your price? Because right now, these prices are ridiculous. I'm sorry. How are you living in this day and age where a tub of relaxer is $60? One shampoo is $20-something. One of my combs is $13 to $19. I have alopecia and I have a lot of hair missing. I'm in Houston. Do you come here or do you know someone who can help me? Who can help? So I don't travel and do hair any longer. I'm not affiliated with anyone in Texas across the board, but there are a ton of gifted stylists out there. I would use Instagram to my power and find a stylist in your area where you can evaluate their work with pictures, videos, set up a consultation, feel them out. But that's really what I could say to do. A lot of creators use Cash App because YouTube takes so much from their super chats and stickers. So Star, I'm not running a money pit on my YouTube channel. Let me tell you guys how I make money from my YouTube so that everybody on here has an understanding from me, per se. I don't do the, Cash App me so I can answer your question. I have a business. I have a reputable brand that I stand behind. And I run my business with integrity. Me personally, I'm not going to sit on here and charge you to ask me a question. If you donate to my channel, great. I'd rather do it through YouTube because YouTube is where I monetize my channel. Now, by monetizing my channel, Anytime I'm on live, anytime I upload content, anytime I'm doing Q&As, stories, not necessarily stories, but anytime I'm doing shorts, the only thing I need you guys to do is to watch the short in its entirety or watch my video in its entirety, because my channel makes its money from you watching the ads. That's really where the money comes from. So all I need everybody on my channel to do, I don't ask you guys for anything. Thank you so much, Star. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you, Star. I appreciate it. All I ask you guys to do is to, number one, thumbs up my lives, thumbs up my videos, comment on my videos, because that helps to boost my channel, right? Number three, watch my videos in almost their entirety, because that is going to get me in a place to get more ads. When you see the ads, don't just hit skip, because we need you to watch it for at least the first 20 seconds for me to get paid from you watching the ad. That's how you make the money from your YouTube. It's not from my views, it's from you watching the ads on my videos. The more views I have on the video, that means the more people who've been watching the ads. So if you guys literally, all I need you guys to do is watch every video that you guys see me post. If you're in the kitchen, let my video play. You can be learning things and hearing things. That's all. I don't need you guys to cash out me anything. Now, if it's my birthday and I say, everybody send me $1, everybody send me $1. Okay? But for my YouTube channel, like, I don't do the, oh, send me money for me to answer your questions. No, you can donate to my channel. And I know YouTube takes some of the money. But I'm an honest, hardworking person, and I'm not going to beat YouTube out of it either, because guess what? YouTube is basically someone's livelihood, and it's a part of my livelihood. It's a part of my brand's livelihood, because you guys allow me to talk about my products, and you are here to listen and learn too. But at the same time, it's also monetizing my channel, and it keeps me monthly with an actual paycheck. So that's why I don't do the Cash App and all. No. If you humbly want to support my channel, become a member. That's $4.99 a month. That means you're giving me $5 a month and supporting my channel. Buy my products. Watch my videos when I upload them. Watch them through the ads. Don't just skip the ads. Watch the ads, because the more you watch the ads, the more they pay me. Those companies whose ads they are paying me. Not directly, but through YouTube. And that's really how you support my channel. Super chats, right? Or even these new ones, I forgot what they're called. Hitting the little money symbol, super stickers, super chats. Those help a lot too. Other than that, I don't need you guys to go and take any extra money out of your pocket, because just you watching an ad helps my channel. And you haven't done anything but watch with your 2 eyeballs. That's it. All right, so let's keep going. And thank you guys again for all of the super stickers and the super chats. Crystal, I love your biotin collection. Thank you, April. Does the good protein help regrow your hair? Our Elite Repair RX helps you grow your hair. Yes. Our Elite Repair RX helps you grow your hair. Definitely. Don't forget, you guys, the Easter sales this weekend. Everything's 35% off using code Easter for the hair care and the body care site. All right, you guys, keep the questions coming. Let's keep the questions coming. I'm here. I'm here. I know you always say go to a stylist, but if you live in certain states or countries, there are stylists who won't do black hair. So I've had to learn on my own while deployed overseas. So S. Houston, that is a good point that you make. There are some places, even in the US, that there is literally, you are one of the only 6 African-American people where you are. And all of the salons are Caucasian, Spanish, Chinese, and it's very complicated for you to get hair care assistance. Those things I understand. But even in those situations, because I don't know your professionalism in regards to if you are a licensed cosmetologist or not, I choose not to talk about relaxers. Now, there are other stylists on YouTube that will give you relaxer talk, Maybe one day I will get there, but as of right now, I'm not there. Now, I'm all for giving you tips to care for your hair at home. And if you want to play around with your relaxer on your own, then you can do that. But I'm one of those people, I still have respect for my craft. Hence the reason why I don't. Lashana, to get my products, you go to elitehaircareusa.com. Maybe I missed it in your videos, but when you rinse out relaxers, do you do cool water or warm water? It's a chemical service, so it's always warm water. That kind of thing I will answer, even though you should be using your stylist to rinse it out. It's a chemical service. You always use warm water. If you use cold water takes a lot longer to rinse. Hence, a lot of you not normalizing or getting all the relaxer out, which is another reason why I say professional. Professional. Did I say professional? Professional. This is my booby ball. I can't really show the booby part. You just know it's right there. But it's a stress ball. Oh, gosh. Let's see here. Hey, Crystal, my hair is very dry after my leave-in spray. Which styling cream can I use for more hydration? I have medium to fine hair. Thanks you. Miss Lauren, I need to know which leave-in conditioner you're using. Now, if you're not using an Elite Hair Care leave-in conditioner, you're going to need to go back to the company that makes that leave-in and ask them that question. 90% of the time, they're not there to answer. But I am not going to talk about another company's product. So if it is an Elite Hair Care leave-in conditioner, please specifically put in the comments what leave-in conditioner from Elite Hair Care you're using so that I can assist you further with that one. Thank you, Millicent. I dislike it when you find a good stylist and they leave. That's why my hair is in braids and I'm trying to do something, maybe a pixie cut. Hold on, guys. Hello? Okay. I thought it was on Uber Eats, but it's not. I get on my nerve. Yeah, the moving of the stylist. Unfortunately, guys, just keep in mind, we don't get a lot of respect in our craft. Hi, Crystal. So I did a big chop on my transforming relaxed hair. How do I take care of it and grow it? It's low porosity and 4B-C. I really want to know how to take care of it. Any tips? So you did a big chop from your transitioning relaxed hair and you want to know how to take care of it and grow it and your low porosity. So number one, consistency is everything. Consistency is everything. Consistency is everything. Consistency is everything. When I say consistency, you should be having your wash day every 7 to 14 days. And actually not even 7. It's really every 10 to 14 days. Number two, you need to be moisturizing with a hooded and heated dryer or hair steamer every single wash day. Why? Because low porosity hair has a closed cuticle and it needs heat for the conditioner to penetrate. Those two things will set you up for success automatically. Consistency and making sure that you have a hooded dryer or a hair steamer so that when you are doing your conditioning treatments every wash day, the actual conditioner is penetrating the cuticle. Okay? That's the most important. Christina, I'm a Caucasian woman who has lupus and hypothyroidism, and I'm struggling with hair loss. I have fine hair. When these diseases are active, start getting bald patches. What would you recommend? So, Christina, number one, your levels have to be in check. I don't have a thyroid. Hence this nice dark line that you guys see here. I don't have a thyroid, okay? So I'm hypothyroid as well. Lupus, hypothyroidism, they're all autoimmune diseases. So they affect what? The blood. Anything that is autoimmune, typically anything that contains zinc or even taking a zinc capsule or something that contains a little bit more zinc than normal, like our Goddess Growth Gummies. Those are things that help you from the inside out. But until your levels are correct, until you have that in check, you're going to shed. You're going to have a lot of skin issues, nails, your thinning of your eyebrows, that kind of thing. If you guys notice, your girl has eyebrows. You know why? Because my levels are in check. I keep my levels in check. Okay, I don't skimp on my body. That's number one. But number two, I also make sure that I'm giving my hair what it needs. For you, it sounds like you need to get something in check within first. More than likely, if it's not the hypothyroidism, it's the lupus. Now, is it easier said than done? Absolutely, it is. But once you start getting control of those two things, you will notice a difference in your hair. Like right now, hair is not a problem for me with hypothyroidism. I am not lacking of hair. My hair grows and grows and grows and grows. That's one thing that I will say I'm not having an issue with. But I also maintain that my levels are in check. And even when I feel my body is thrown off, like during pregnancy, I'm still adamant on making sure that I am doing what I need to do. So outside of that, any of our products like our Soothe and Balance, that whole collection, excluding the mask, contains zinc. Our new Boost. Boost is an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory formula. But if you need something that contains a little more zinc, onion oils, garlic oils, niacin, biotin, then I would use the hair repair serum. For your shampoo and conditioner, you can use the B7. B7 has that biotin in it, which is the B7. And it's also a volumizer. So that is definitely another helping aid or another aid to your issue. But you got to start from within first. Mm-hmm. Do you have volume products? Oh, excuse me. Our B7 Beyond is a volumizing biotin collection. What products do you recommend for hair density and health after pregnancy? So Brooklyn, that's another vague question. Because hair density, it doesn't really tell me if you're fine, medium, or coarse. Because you can say that you need density, but you have fine textured hair, so there's no such thing. There's no such thing as density with fine textured hair, because a characteristic of fine textured hair is that it's flat and appears thin when it's not. That's just the texture. So you got to be a little more descriptive when we're talking about your hair. I understand you guys like you just want to just put the problem out there. Oh, Crystal, why is my hair so dry? Yeah, that's not how it works. We need more information. Just think of it this way. You get a phone call and all the person says on the line is, hey, this is Janice. You owe us $600. What did that tell you? Do you know who Janice is? Do you know what company Janice is representing? Do you know what date this charge was from? These are the questions that you're going to ask. So it's the same thing with a Q&A for hair. Don't vaguely say, hey, my hair is dry. Oh, okay. Right. Who are you? What's the issue? How did you arrive here? What is it that you're doing? What type of hair do you have? What's your porosity? Maybe what's your texture? These are the things that we need. We need more descriptive things to be able to adjust the answer. People say that they call that mean, but I call it direct. That's just me. Let's see. Brooklyn, I'm going to wait for you to revamp that question, and then I can assist. Revamp the question. Revamp. Got it. That makes sense. My hair was more dense when I was pregnant. Then after shedding, it's not as thick. Okay. So your hair was more dense when you were pregnant. That's still not as descriptive enough. Your hair was dense when you were pregnant. Anybody can be dense when they're pregnant, and then you'll be bald-headed after you have the baby. That's called hormonal growth. It's a little bit different. So that's still not going to really describe your issue, because at the end of the day, it was dense when you were pregnant. That could have been pregnancy hormones, and now everything that those hormones brought in, they're no longer being powered by those hormones, so they are going to go away. That's how pregnancy works. Some people get a lot of hair, some people go bald. while being pregnant. And then, or vice versa. When they have the baby, now all of a sudden their hair is growing like wildfire. Then there's somewhere when they have the baby and they got a lot of density like you did, after they have the baby, all of that density depletes because it was powered by all of that raging hormone that you had within your body. So really and truly, you want to base it off of what was your hair like before you got pregnant. That's going to determine what your hair is supposed to normally look like after you're no longer pregnant. So what was it before you got pregnant? And I keep telling you guys, anything that's a hormonal change, don't base it off of that because that is hormones. When those hormones regulate, you're back to your regular life. Yeah. Thanks, Crystal. I would definitely get the gummies, and I get the B7 Beyond and try to work with my doctor to get my levels where they need to be. That's the biggest part. When silk pressing thick 4C natural hair, after washing it, what product do you use to blow dry the hair? I can't blow dry my hair without products, but when I use product, it weighs down the silk press because you're using the wrong products, Ren. So whenever I'm doing a client who's getting a silk press, after I do the conditioning treatment, number one, I make sure that I rinse them out thoroughly and then I use that cool water. But number two, I spray on a little bit of our leave-in conditioner. Depending on the state of the client's hair, that will determine what leave-in conditioner I use. I also spray on our thermal blow-dry heat protectant, which is a water-based heat protectant formula. After I do that, I comb their hair down or I rope twist their hair and they go under the dryer, and then I blow dry them once they're about at least a minimum of 60% dry. Once I do that, then I go straight into silk pressing. I don't add a ton of product to the hair. I don't put a bunch of oils and all of that on the hair. Not for a silk press because the hair needs to be light and airy, number one. Number two, if you keep silking product into the hair, eventually you're going to break the bonds because you're now using a foreign product on top of the heat, on top of the hair. So you definitely need to get a leave-in conditioner, and you definitely need to get a thermal blow-dry heat protectant. That's going to stop you from using any type of oil-based heat protectant. Excuse me. Whoever's yawning, keep it to yourself. Ooh. Crystal, I color my hair, but no relaxer. Am I considered natural, or are you only natural if you have no chemicals? I mean, it's a yin and a yang. You're a virgin if you've never had a chemical service that changes the texture of the hair. Color can change the texture of the hair, but you can still be virgin or natural, not necessarily virgin, but you'll still be natural with that situation, right? That doesn't change the fact. I mean, technically you can't say you have virgin hair because virgin hair is uncolored, but you can still say you're natural. I don't really care about that part, to be honest. People get caught up on terms too much. My hair never had this much. And I feel it sheds more, and I don't know if it's because it's longer, so I guess I'm trying to stop the shedding and tangling and keep it healthy. So if you're trying to stop the shedding and tangling, number one, you need to go get a trim. Trim. The trim is number one going to help with that tangling, because if it's tangling, especially at the ends, that means that those ends are super porous, super split. They need to be trimmed or sometimes even cut. I think you're one of those people, Brooklyn, where you're trying to hold on to every single strand of hair. So you are this pen, and if this one strand goes boop, you're gonna die. No, okay? Get a trim. Trim it up. That's important. If you look at this feather and you notice that if any one of these pieces here are not equal, it makes a huge difference in how that feather looks, right? So keep that in mind when you're talking about your hair. Number two, postpartum shedding is normal. Honestly, until your body regulates 100%, until you get your cycle back, right? If you're breastfeeding, it takes even longer. But your hormones are going to get back in place whenever they get back in place. You can't force them to do that, right? But I wouldn't focus so much right now. Right now, you're in postpartum, depending on even how old that baby is. If you're in true postpartum, which is usually the first 6 months of you having a baby, you're worrying a little too much about the wrong thing, because there's nothing that you can physically do that can change the shedding, because that shedding is coming from whatever your body was using to stimulate the growth in the first place. It is going to sometimes remove now because it no longer has that hormone to stimulate anything. So that's very, very common, you guys. Like, don't get too caught up on it. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. All right, I'm back. All right, let me go back. Hey, Tanetta. My daughter has been getting a relaxer for years, and I noticed the chemicals in the relaxer is causing a thinning spot to be in the middle of her hair. She hasn't had a relaxer in 5 months now. I don't really want to say that I would contribute that to relaxer. You probably need to take it to a dermatologist first. A relaxer is not just, if something's wrong with the relaxer, or if there's something that you're doing or issue that you're having with a relaxer, it's not just going to affect one spot. It's going to affect overall. So if you're telling me that there is in the middle, that she's thinning all of a sudden, you might want to go get her evaluated, because just because she's a teenager or a child, that doesn't mean that she can't have issues with alopecia. You can. So I would say go get her evaluated by a dermatologist. Relaxer doesn't mess with one spot unless there's a burnout spot. If it's a burnout spot, that's different. If it's not a burnout spot or a ringworm, ringworms will do it too. Ringworms will take hair out. But you need to go get her evaluated. That's the only way you're going to get a real answer. My son is 17 months. I figured shedding would have stopped by now. No. It's going to stop when your body tells it to stop. But what you can do is start taking your prenatals again. That definitely can help. It's helping to control the deficiency that you're having. My gray hair is coming in. Over-the-counter Clairol and L'Oreal semi-permanent doesn't seem to cover it. What can I do to keep it moist and covered? Some gray hair is so resistant that semi-permanent color is not going to work. Sometimes you have to use demi-permanent color, which I don't recommend doing that at home. She wants to go natural. Her hair is long and thick, but I'm asking advice on what she needs to do and use on her hair to strengthen it so she won't have to use a relaxer again. There is no way to answer that question. If she's going to transition, then she's going to have to transition and do the big chop very soon, because the fact of her not relaxing anymore, that relaxed hair is going to begin to suffer because she's going to start focusing on that natural hair and that natural hair only. When really you should still be giving the relaxed hair the same care that you would have been giving it if you were getting fresh relaxers, because that hair is the hair that's going to shed away. It's going to break. It's going to shed. It's going to break. It's automatically going to happen. There's no one that can say that they've transitioned and their hair looks absolutely amazing in the transition a year or two later. Hence the reason why I say if you're transitioning, you should be doing that big chop within the first year. And if it's long and she's trying to transition, she's in for a rude awakening. Thank you, Denise. Is the B7 shampoo good to use due to some shedding? It's been 2 weeks since a relaxer after I took braids out. Well, the fact that you took the braids out is going to shed anyway. Then you did a relaxer, so that's shed on shed. So you really should be doing a protein treatment now. Elite Repair RX protein treatment. I'm low porosity, salt and pepper, more salt and fine textured. What products from your line do you recommend? So if you're low porosity and fine textured, I'd say either the Hair Repair and Restore or the B7 because you're fine textured. But those both lines have a mask that you can use, but you still need to use a hooded dryer. My hair fell out due to a product I used. Not falling out now. I got a trim, but my hair is broad length in some areas and not even an inch in others. Do I really need to do a chop? Not necessarily, Ivy, but that's something that you need to go and do a consultation with a stylist about. Because just from your description, if I see areas of your head that's more prominent and an inch long, and then you have less areas that have broad stripe length hair, I'm going to tell you to cut it because you're never going to meet the two. You're going to end up cutting it anyway. But it kind of depends on where this area is and if it can be covered. Hi, Crystal. I did my silk press 3 weeks ago. My hair is still soft and hydrated. I usually wash it every 2 weeks, but I decided to stretch it 1 week so I could style it fresh for Easter. You can do that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I have fine hair and natural. I got my hair straightened and curled and trimmed. When I washed my hair, the front was straight and the back was nappy. Why is it straight? Because the bond was broken. And if the bond was truly broken, it's never going to curl back up. That's why y'all have to be careful who y'all allow do y'all silk presses. I know y'all want them to last forever, but not everybody understands the chemistry behind a silk press. If that hair remains straight and it's still straight to this moment, it's never going to revert back. It has to grow out now. I'm sorry if you guys see the biscuit in my mouth. I don't know what to get from you. My hair is breaking off in the middle of my head and I need your assistance. What should I start off to purchase? The Repair RX protein treatment if it's breaking that bad. Start there. After that, I need to know your porosity and your texture. It's the only way I can help you after that point. Hey, Pack. One thing that I can say, since being pregnant, I had pregnancy carpal tunnel when I was pregnant with Christian. And I just keep praying to the Lord that I do not wind up with that, but I feel it coming all the time. Every morning I wake up, my hands are almost numb. That's why I use my stress boob. You gotta keep that muscle going. Keep that muscle going. This little piece right here is driving me nuts. Oh, man. I have low porosity, fine textured hair that always looks and feels dry. But when I use products, it weighs it down. What products can I use that will keep it moisturized without weighing it down? Diasia, sounds like you're using way too much product. And you're using the wrong products. If you say you have low porosity, fine textured hair, how do you know your hair is low porosity? You might want to do a porosity test again, and you do it in multiple areas. Side, top, and back. Because it sounds like you're high porosity and fine textured, and you're using products for low porosity hair, and it's weighing it down. That's what sounds like the culprit to me. Because low porosity hair, you can't weigh that down. Only way you can weigh that down is if you're using a ton of oil and you're plastering it on. Low porosity hair eats oil. So it sounds like you might be high porosity, but you think that it's low porosity. All right, so I've been on here 62 minutes. I'm getting off at minute 70, so we have about 8 minutes to go. So I'll answer any questions you guys have right now. At minute 70, I think I've done my duty of doing my Q&A. I actually have some stuff that I need to be doing, but I'm really just sitting here doing Q&A. I was just eating a biscuit. It was a dry KFC biscuit. We're eating KFC for dinner tonight. Tonight's a KFC night. It's a KFC night. Oh, you wonder what happened to my live this morning? It died. And my phone died. And I was eating lunch and I wasn't going to get up and go to get a charger. Not during my 5 seconds of eating. The live could have stayed right where it was at. Thanks. I would do that. So what products do you recommend for high porosity, fine textured hair? B7, the B7 Beyond collection, or the Hair Repair and Restore collection? All right, you guys, come on with the questions. We have about 6 minutes before I'm going to shut the live down. You guys, anybody who I've recommended products to, don't forget to go on our website, elitehaircareusa.com. Use code Easter and you will save 35% off your order. Same thing with our body care site. The soaps are $5. The body scrubs, body butters, and body oils are $7.50. And on top of that, we also have 35% off on that site by using code Easter. So for those of you who want to try Moon Spice, Moon Sauce, whatever, that's the site to go to. For those of you that need to save 35% off your hair care products, go to elitehaircareusa.com. Use code Easter. Our Empress collection, which is our collection that we are actually not selling any longer, that collection is on sale for $10. We're not selling it any longer because it was a limited edition collection, not because something's wrong with it, but it's a limited edition collection, and we need to make space for our new collection, which is Mended, a split-in system. Sorry, I had my words tied. Crystal, have you tasted the Popeye's new strawberry biscuit? I didn't even know there was a such thing. And yes, thank you, Grace. Candles, wax melts, wax warmers, melt liners, all of that is on our Elite Total Body Care site. Our soaps have also been restocked, and the wax melts have been restocked. I have mostly gray hair. I think it's 4C. How do I tell what products I need for growth and strength to growth and strengthen it? So Shirley, you need to know your porosity. Your texture doesn't really help until we know your porosity. Your porosity is going to be the first line that tells us where to put you. We would love to have your products here in Suriname. Am I saying that name? Suriname? I feel like I'm saying that name right, but I'm not sure. South America. How can we purchase the products? So you can purchase them on our website. I'm not sure where specifically we can ship to, but you can see if your address is supported. Crystal, is the Moon Spice coming soon? I've pinched off mine until I finally use it up. Pinkie Pie, Moon Spice it's available on the site. Moon Spice been available. We even have a new one. It's called Moon Sauce. How do you find out what's your porosity? Surely we actually have a video for, it's kind of like a class that talks about what's your porosity. So if you go to our website, elitehaircareusa.com, and go to classes, you can actually get that class. It's 35% off as well. And that class teaches you about porosity and understanding your porosity and how to determine your porosity, all that good stuff. I'm natural. At the time I blow dry and wear straight. I have a hard time keeping it straight. Can you suggest products to aid with this? There are no products that are going to aid with it. Your hair being able to revert is a gift. It's just a part of what you have to deal with. That's what happens when you're natural. If you want it to stay straight, you got to relax it. That's it. But when you're natural, there's really no product out there on this planet that is going to keep you straight unless it's a chemical service like a keratin or a relaxer. And I don't recommend keratins ever. So really and truly, you're at the mercy of what your hair wants to do. There's nothing that is going to keep that hair straight. If it wants to revert, it's going to revert. It's supposed to revert. Good night, Tanetta. Is there a shampoo recommended for scarring alopecia? Scarring alopecia doesn't require a shampoo. It's the hair around it that you need to shampoo. The scarring means that it's irreversible. There's nothing that's going to bring that hair back through scarring unless you do a hair transplant. So really and truly, the shampoo and conditioner you need to use is based on your porosity and your texture of the hair that's around that. Oh, excuse me. Porosity and hair texture that is around the scarring. Once it's scarred, it's scarred. There's no reverse. The only reverse is a hair transplant. Hi, Crystal. Do you go to a dermatologist to get a porosity test? No, Gail. Purchase our class, What's My Porosity, and it teaches you about porosity. Your dermatologist isn't going to have a clue what your porosity is because they're not going to do a porosity test in there. Porosity test is super simple to do, and it's something you can do at home. Save your copay. No. I look exhausted. I am. That's why I'll be closing off this live in less than 1 minute. Oh, I say less than 2 to 3 minutes because, I have to give my outro, my conclusion. How do I stop shedding from blood pressure medicine? You need to talk to your physician and let them know that your hair is shedding really, really bad to see if there are other alternatives because that could be a side effect of that blood pressure medication. But our Soothe and Balance will definitely help. Our last question this evening is going to be Shirley Barnes, which I'll read in just a moment. But that is the last question for this evening's Q&A. You guys catch me on another one. I'm tired now. Thanks so much. I've neglected my hair for years, and now I'm trying to get it back healthy. I'm very natural. I've had it in relaxer in 30 years. Got it. Ruth, I'll read your question because surely it was an actual question. My son, 21, has locks and also has seborrheic dermatitis. What can be done to control it? Is it contagious? Is it a good hairstyle with someone with this condition? I mean, if he has locks and he gets them retwisted on a normal basis so that his scalp is exposed, I don't see anything wrong with that. With the dermatitis, you can use our Soothe and Balance collection. But dermatitis also comes from diet. That's a big part of it, the diet. If he's one of those people where he'll go 9 months without a retwist, so you can't even see his scalp, then don't wonder why it's even worse. Dermatitis, that particular type of dermatitis, it actually has to do with the skin. It's not really the hair. That has to do with the skin. Hence the reason why it will literally expand onto the forehead behind the ears where hair doesn't even grow, because it's nothing to do with the hair. It's more to do with the skin. And of course, scalp is skin. So dermatitis can also be looked at as a form of eczema too, because eczema does the same thing. But a lot of times these different skin situations like dermatitis, eczema, all these things, it comes from what you're putting in the body. There's some form of allergy that he has and it's relating to that, but we don't see it as an allergy because we look at allergies like it affects here and makes me itch here, not knowing things like dairy. Dairy is big when it comes on to dermatitis. It is one of those things where it's something that if you can stay away from it, you stay away from it. Some people have gluten allergies. Some people, there's so many different reasons. But if he has locks and he's not doing what he's supposed to do and getting it retwisted and exposing that scalp and really treating that dermatitis to get it under control, then he can't expect anything better. And most people with locks, they don't do that. They think their hair is invincible. And he's a dude. Dudes don't take care of themselves. So, Mom, you're going to have to help him. All right, you guys. That is it. Ruth, the Soothe and Balance collection. I feel like I've given my all this evening twice. Ooh, my belly is... Anyhow, I'm about to go and relax for a few, watch a little bit of TV. I'll probably just go ahead and take my shower now and just get it out the way. So that means that after I eat, if I fall asleep, I can just fall asleep. But I appreciate everybody for coming on the live Q&A today. I hope you guys got answers to some of your questions. Don't forget, any product purchases, use code Easter to save 35% off during the Easter sale. And it does not apply to tools, bundle kits, or items that are already on sale. Items like the Empress collection, if it's already marked down to $10, the code is not going to work, okay? Same thing with the flat irons and the bundle kits. Now, on the body care site, some of the soaps, the butters, the oils, they're already marked down to $5 and $7.50. So the code will not work for those products, okay? But you guys go shop the sale, shop till you drop, shop till you drop, and shop till you drop. And thank you guys so much for joining today's Q&A with all your good questions. I hope I got to everyone's question. I hope I gave you guys enough answers that you will be able to kind of get your brain going for you to start investigating for yourself. Okay? But I'll see everybody later. I got to work tomorrow, so I really do need to go to bed because I'm working in the morning. But I'll see everybody later. Tomorrow's content day, so I probably won't be live. I'll be filming rather than going live. But I will be dropping a video in the morning, so you guys will have something to watch. And please remember, watch the entire video and let the ad play for at least 20 seconds, and we're good. Everybody have a good evening and happy Easter. Peace.